In every moment of our lives, we are either in a state of contraction or expansion. Another word for contraction would be resistance, would be when we resist life. And another word for expansion would be when we are surrendered and at peace with life. Now, a lot of us, most of the time, are in contracted states. The world we grew up in, the homes we were raised in, culture, society, there have been a lot of fear-based thoughts, beliefs, conditioning that we've all adopted along the way. And what this means is that when we have an external trigger in life, when something in life doesn't go our way, then we have created this pathway where we contract to life and become fearful, anxious, feel like we need to control an outcome or control a person. It can also be if we're looking back on our lives and we have regret, if we hold grudges. These types of emotions cause us to contract in and stop us from receiving the flow of life. Now, the opposite of this would be if we are in trust with life, then we have an understanding that no matter what is going on in our external world, that we're always being guided, we're always in the right place at the right time, even when it feels uncomfortable and we have situations that present themselves that hurt, they cause pain or anger. We still have this awareness where we can zoom out and see life from a bigger perspective, where we feel like we can trust what's happening and that everything is here happening for us at this time. And the thing is that we have these beliefs, and these beliefs live within our body. So they live in our mind, but then they also live in our energetic body as well, or our chakra system. And we have 7 main chakras. We have a lot of chakras, but we have 7 main chakras, and we have 5 etheric chakras, which make up a 12 chakra system. And these, we'll call them negative beliefs and conditioning because they're more contracted, not based on good or bad. These negative beliefs or contracted states live in our 3 lower chakras, which make up our personality, which means that our core beliefs, our core conditioning, our thoughts make up the world that we live in. They create our responses. They create whether we are open and loving or whether we are fearful and push love away, if that makes sense. So our energy centers hold the energy imprint of this, and then it actually ripples out to the rest of our bodies. And so when we get sick or disease or inflammatory responses, there's a lot of systems and modalities out there that will show you how you can trace back to what these beliefs and these core understandings are that you've adapted along the way that are creating your reality in essence. When we live in an expanded state, then we are constantly tuning our body to feel peaceful and to feel at ease. When we are in a contracted state, then our nervous system is constantly being fired and stimulated. So we have that fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response. And it can feel very uncomfortable in our body. It can feel very uncomfortable in our minds. It can create a lot of repetitive, looping thoughts that keep us sort of in this place of suffering. So I've been doing a lot of, deep dives on my own, obviously over the past many years, but also a lot of study as well. And I had this realization or this idea for this year that I really wanted to take one of these chakras, these 12 chakras, each month of this year. So for 2024, I want to do 12 months, 12 chakras, and I want to be able to dive into these places within and see where even myself and others are operating from this contracted state versus operating from a state that's more in resonance with flow and harmony and peace. So last month we started with the root chakra. In January, we went into that. It was beautiful. It was a group online session. This month, it's the second chakra. It's all about relationships. how we relate to ourselves, how we relate to other people, how we relate to life itself. Now, there's clearly going to be a lot of thoughts and conditionings and beliefs in this center. And the more we get curious on these operating systems that we have adopted, the more we're able to release them and come into a state of more coherence within ourselves. So I feel pretty excited about it. If you want to check in with this, it's going to be this coming Wednesday, the 21st of February at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will have some time talking about this chakra, the energy that's in this chakra, the beliefs, the operating systems, and then also the just different illness and disease that are manifested from a contracted state in this chakra. And then we'll talk about ways that we can clear it, transmute, and come back into our own inner alignment where we feel more liberated, where we feel more at peace, where we feel more accepting of life. So if you'd like to join, please reach out, leave a comment below. I'll send you the finer details. And yeah, I'd love to share that space with you. Have a beautiful day.